Maybe this is what you wanted to told him for a long time. Explain it to him. Clear it to him. You raised your head and looked at him with your slightly red eyes because I believed in your ability that you would calm me down and understand my feelings. But when you stayed back for Umji, I was in pain and you let me overthink that you love her. So I was the wrong one there. Compared to the Kim family driven you out, his betrayal was the most painful things for you. When you love someone and he doesn't believe in you was the most hurtful. You may remember and your heart couldn't help but bleed and after the night incident about having affair, rumors was all over the city and you were devastated. And what was the next was that he sang announcements that he wanted to break the engagement and next to him was Yvonne. There is all kind of pain and helplessness. Do you hate me so much? His voice was lower and you felt that there is no turning back cause so much things has happened and changes. He's engaged to someone else and you are married to someone else. You can't be this much selfish. It's not about only two of you now. There's two extra peoples are involved. I'm not good as you, and there is no need to explain it anymore. We have same status. You mean to say that if he's having relationship with other women, then you also have with a man? Since you understand, then why didn't you told me? You didn't think about saving our feelings at all, did you? It might be that you already have a crush on Jungkook and you purposely wanted to break up with me. If this place is not the crowded and high able, then you would have been slap him. Are not you ashamed to blame me? You clearly explained it that you could solve the misunderstanding. You felt that it was ironic. Why would you do that? Maybe when Jungkook said that fall or two men at the same time was the description about this type of situationship. He looked at you for a long while. Leave John Jungkook. I'm regret and I'm willing to do anything to compensate you. I will marry you right away. You are in dilemma, but when Jungkook's name was mentioned, you came to your sense. Hey Sang, I can't go back to the past. I don't love you anymore. Whether Jungkook love you or not, you would strive for it. Do you mean you love someone else now? It's John Jungkook. His face darkened and hands clenched. Are you happy? Stirring rumors with him, enjoying to be underground, lovers just for the interest. You couldn't help but slap him. His face slightly turns around. What you think of me? You're angry and he stayed deadlocked. I will say it again while leave John Jungkook. He pressed your shoulders. What he gives you, I can, you can't. You looked into his eyes. What he gave me is dependence, and I don't seek for anything more than that. My relationship with him is more secure than yours. Sometimes it's good to forget the past and choose the future. When he find out that your heart chooses the man, his heart filled with jealousy and unwillingness. He approached you. Do you mean you signed a contract with him? Is he your uh now? Which man likes to play wine? You can't afford to play something like this. You say now can't affect me. You had unshakable determination in your eyes. What's more, I have a firm vow with him, the vow of wedding and certificate, lifelong contract with him. Do you understand? Get out of here. You pushed him. He was desperate and crazy at this moment, and you provoked him enough, made him take impulsive action. Because of him pulling your waist and your high heels table, your hand reached out to grab his tie, and it looks like you are pulling him. At the same time, car's light came from the parking lot. And at the same time, he sang Kiss Your Lips. You froze for the few times that you didn't react, and then you started to struggle. He grabbed the back of your head and started to kiss you more accurately. You tried to push him, and the sound of someone getting out of the car made you embarrassed, and forcefully you pushed his song away and wiped your lips by your sleeves. At this time, John Jungkook is standing in front of the car door, wearing black coat with white vest. Looking at this scene, your eyes meet with his, and without any expression, he looked at you. Minho was standing next to Jungkook, didn't say anything. Chungha just happened to came as well, saw the scene. Jungkook, your voice trembled uncontrollably. Why? Why did he come back from United States? Didn't he have a lot of schedules? Jungkook, it's not the truth what you saw. You blinked your misty eyes and heard filled with heaviness. What a plain surprise, President June. It's my honor to welcome you to my area. His son smiles. You can sense that he misunderstood something and you're lost, depressing over it. Jungkook was so calm, did it disturb you? And his words made you feel scared, remote, and strange. He looked at you with no emotions, as if you were some stranger. I said it wasn't what you saw. Suddenly found that your words have no power. You took a step closer to him and tried to explain. I don't know what you would come back today. How you know I was here? His son looked at the girl who's trying hard to explain, and his heart stings with jealousy. Clearly, you're not the type of person who will clear things out on the spot, and left with his burning heart. Changha was lost of words after what she had seen, and Jungkook said nothing. You thought about the conversation that happened an hour ago, and you choke on your own word. You told me that there is surprise. It means that you were actually coming back, and he asked you to share your location. That means he wanted you to give a surprise with his arrival. He looked at you with a hint of pride in his cold eyes, elegant and calm manner. We came back to inspect some financial market. We're not here to see you. No, he was lying. Your eyes turned red. Jungkook smiled as if nothing affects him and said with his calm tone, as for surprise, you have already given. He turned around to walk away, but you quickly ran after him to stop. What? What you are thinking is not the truth. Can you hear me out? He sneered and approached you. You don't want to break the agreement and don't want me to interfere in your life because it could be beneficial for you because you can come out to date your ex anytime, right? Jungkook, what do you mean? I can explain why I was afraid to break the agreement was not because of this. Then why? His eyes are slightly cold. I was scared. Scared that after we broke the agreement, you won't have the right to live your life freely because I asked you not to contact with him. He was calm outside. If that was the case, why? And you should tell it earlier so we can create the interest in both sides. You can date your ex boyfriend and I will be with my fiance. John Jungkook, even though you stood so close to him, you are feeling that he is walking away far and far from you. If that was the matter, why would I agree to cancel the agreement? He smiled faintly. That was because I begged for it. Jungkook, do you know what are you talking about? Your voice trembled and heart is having some issues. I'm glad that you came back in advance. Don't talk to me like that. If he's angry, just scold you being disobedient or just punish you, but don't act as strangers. The matter of this marriage was just you and me having relationship and after this achievement. It doesn't matter. The person who is saying kind of things doesn't look like him. He doted on you the most. How could he hurt you with type of words? You looked at him in disbelief. Who told you that? I married to you just to sleep with you. Because this is the truth, isn't it? He bent down to whispers in your ear. You were just like those women who flattered and lives with him for money. I have to agree that among of those women, you are the best in taste. He smirked, opened the car door, and get into the car, then left. Jungkook, you gasped and your heart beat when unknown pain hit it. Tears dripping down. Why? Why you said those things to me? You are misunderstanding me. All the strength was collapsing and you are immersed in Chung's words. He couldn't believe that he would count you as his one of those girls. No, he must be angry. He doesn't mean it. You cried, Changha rushed. Why? Why did you kiss his son? He was shocked as well. He shook your head. This is just misunderstood. I need to go. Can you drove me back to Villa? Because this place is under league group, Jungkook would naturally think that you came to meet your ex-boyfriend in his absence. You have to go back and explain it to him that he thought wrong about you. You're not spending time up with your ex. Wine, you came with me, I will go with you and explain. She was guilt when you cried, she never saw you crying this much. In the past, Jungkook would take you back no matter what was the matter, but this time it was different. He left you. No, it's my and his relationship. I can't involve anyone. And after 20 minutes, you reached to the villa. He was not in the hall, and you asked Mr. Bank, Madam, I asked you to come back early, but you take it as a joke. Maids are also giving you disdainful look. Minho walked out of the study room and nodded at you without a word and walked out and you ran upstairs. Jungkook, you pushed open the study room. Please listen to my explanation. Tonight it was just an accident. I wasn't aware of it and this is just an accident. He looked at you as if he's particularly bored to see you and stood up to leave study room. Your heart fell to the bottom looking at his figure, but you didn't give up and decided to clear it out. You walked to his bedroom. If I know, I won't go. Room was empty. Your breathing is already messy, and when you didn't find him, you couldn't help but feel scared. You ran to your room and saw him standing nearby the bookshelf. Jungkook, you walked in. Why are you keep running away from me? At least hear me out. He didn't look back at you, but answered you. How should I react seeing my wife kissing another man at public place? Can't you tell that I was forced to kiss? I wasn't willing. Few drops of tears ran down from your cheeks. It doesn't look like that. He flipped your notebook. The way he sank tightened his hands around your waist and hold your back of head. You grabbed his tie that was totally seen as you flirting with your ex-boyfriend. Trust me, I wasn't trying to chuck hold you. Trust is not something that's solely given to you by others. You have to rely on your actions to win it. And you couldn't bear this type of attitude. Jungkook, you can't just say that I'm like the woman who wants to flatter you for money. I'm your wife. No matter what outsiders said, but things comes to his mouth. It was like blade he was holding against your throat. He glanced at you and sneered. Oh, it turns out that you also know this that you are my wife. Even after knowing that you went to meet your ex-boyfriend when he was not at home. The sarcastic in his tone, I didn't knew that place was under Lee group. Why don't you believe me? You almost shouted at him because your reason is to fabricate it. His sarcastic smile disappeared, and I saw with my own eyes that you had an affair with Hisang tonight. Prove me if he didn't kiss you.